My car smells like fish, and I don't know why. Which has nothing to do with the film I'm watching, but it also does. Good evening, everyone. It's Adam here again with another quick instant movie review for you. So tonight I got the brand new film from Norwegian writer-director Kristoffer Borgli, and this film is called Dream Scenario. What's it about, Adam? Well, it's about a bloke by the name of Paul Matthews, played by Nicolas Cage. He is a hapless father and a pretty bored academic lecturer, and he is one of those guys that is sort of hitting the midlife crisis point. He doesn't feel like he's being taken seriously anymore, and his whole world is kind of bleh. But all of a sudden, when people start saying that they're seeing him in their dreams, and it's not just one person, it's hundreds of people, be it thousands of people, Paul's world turns upside down and he becomes a figure of cancel culture. And also just everything. He's everywhere. The bloke is everywhere. And he is, riding on the success, but then when things start to pivot, he's not quite ready for the results that are about to occur, and then working out how celebrity's demon can turn and butt you in the butt. Anyway, so as I mentioned, this is a film from writer-director Kristoffer Borgli. Now, Kristoffer is a Norwegian director, and he is pretty young. He's about 38. He got his start working in a video shop, spent about a year in film school, got completely disillusioned, went and worked for some advertising agencies, sold his soul, got really depressed and angry with all the capitalism and all the things that went along with that, and started to put his own social commentary in all of his short features, and then the film called Sick of Myself, which he made in 2021. So, is this film funny? Is it horrifying? What is it? Well, it is very firmly a black comedy, and it also is a social satire. So think a little bit like Triangle of Sadness, even Infinity Pool to a point, the Brandon Cronenberg film. It does share a lot of DNA with filmmakers at the moment, and certainly those from a Norwegian ilk, dare I say, be it Triangle of Sadness, that really are focusing in on this cancel culture, and also the cost of being celebrities, which is interesting. And that's very much where we are with this film. Nicolas Cage puts in a great performance. He is really embracing this time in his life. I think he's embraced his time all of his life, to be honest with you. But this film is very much a Nicolas Cage showcase. We do have some great support from Julianne Nicholson as Paul's helpless wife, who just seems to be thrown into this scenario and trying to navigate the narcissist that does become her husband, and the fact that he is not at all equipped to deal with what celebrity has in store for him, and indeed how it turns so very, very quickly. As I mentioned, Nicolas Cage is great in this. The direction, the story is really, really fascinating. It does take a few interesting turns, and you can see a little bit of short filmness coming into this, certainly towards the end, as we try and evolve this palette that we've sort of been placed in front of us about how we're going to continue to evolve this story. I do feel like it does lose its edge a little bit towards the end. It kind of becomes a little bit turning a little bit towards the sci-fi angle a little bit, and I don't really feel like we needed to embrace that last quarter of the film and where we kind of go with it. But overall, we're here for a really interesting premise. We're here for a great performance by Nicolas Cage, who really embraces this dark humor in this film. And we're here to see an evolution of a really interesting filmmaker. I think he has some very, very interesting ideas and thoughts, and clearly he has been inspired by many a filmmaker. This is a really interesting film. It is black. It is comedic. There is some unexpected violent moments in this film, so just be aware that that might pop into the equation. But all in all, this is a very, very interesting film and a very enjoyable film. I sat there at the end of the screening really thinking about what it was that I saw, and I guess how heartbreaking it certainly is, and just how fickle fame can be, and how it can really turn people who aren't ready to embrace all of its aspects in a very interesting way. So a great performance by Nick Cage. I really enjoyed him in this film, as I have in most films, to be honest with you. And look, I'd give Dream Scenario a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was a really great movie. I had a great time watching it. It was really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the filmmaker does next. All right, catch it. It's got a great song at the end as well by Talking Heads. So if you like Talking Heads, you definitely want to stay at the end. And it's good. Yeah, and David Byrne is referenced throughout the movie quite a number of times. Okay. Have a good night.